mariner, ye brave and bold, a quest awaits to treasures untold. In pixel seas ye set to sail, to realms unknown where legends prevail. Fair winds, mariner, guide your way, with joystick in hand let victory sway. Through lands of lore and digital lore, oh mariner gains forevermore. The dungeon's deep, the dragon's fierce, a hero's heart he must pierce. With sword in hand and armor strong, you'll conquer all, right every wrong. It's forevermore. The dungeon's deep, the dragon's fierce, a hero's heart he must pierce. With sword in hand and armor strong, you'll conquer all, right every wrong. It's forevermore. Aim on, mariner, dive into the unknown. With your kiddies by your side, you'll never be alone. Game on, mariner, uncover the secrets within. Together with your feline crew, victory you'll surely win. Fair winds, mariner, guide your way. With joystick in hand, let victory sway. Through lands of lore and digital lore, oh mariner gains forevermore.
Ahoy, divers, and welcome back. Whoops. Ahoy, divers, and welcome back to Deep Dive Gaming. I am the Mariner. Did I say ahoy, Laggin Out Legion, or ahoy, divers? I think I said, well, we'll start over. Ahoy, Laggin Out Legion, 'tis I, the Mariner. False starting as usual on the Laggin Out podcast. We are returning for more Satisfactory gameplay in Satisfactory. Ahoy Twitch, ahoy YouTube, ahoy Rumble, and ahoy Kick. Ahoy Mojo, and ahoy Mariner Kitty, who is somewhere around here. There she is. She's taking her place on her mat. So how was everybody's day? I had to work. So I am just now finally getting back to this after our false start from yesterday, where I was rudely interrupted by weather and lightning and all that jazz. So we're going to try this again. For those who were not here yesterday, we are starting a new factory location here where we are going to make more motors. We're going to use a recipe that gives us 6 motors per minute if I do it right, and more even on top of that if I use the Mark II machines that I'm provided by the Industrial Evolution mod. Just mentally drained, so no focus from Mojo. And ahoy, Kilo the Neko. Can't fall asleep because my infusions set fell out, so my sugar levels. Uh-oh. Alright, well, hopefully we can help Kilo get to sleep, or otherwise keep her entertained. I forget, Kilo, if you're a boy or girl. Anyways, I was working before I got so rudely interrupted by figuring out how to get my iron from here down to my foundries there. And I think it was a matter, can't fall asleep. And I think it was, I was going to do an elevator off of these guys, but how big of an elevator do we need? So it's a 120. So that's a Mark II elevator. Comes in handy because, whoops. Okay, where I'm gonna do this one first. Bring it up to about here. See if that can reach here and look straight. I think it's straight-ish. Come on. No. That. Next question is, can I make it line up? It's vertically straight, but can we make it horizontally straight? I think that's as good as we're going to get without lots and lots of obsessiveness that I don't need to go into. But on top of that, I think I arranged this wrong because it actually needs to have a splitter on the back side or on the top end so that I can split it to, let's see, I think there, because we're actually going to split it between two factories, or we need two streams of 120 parts per minute. Let's see. Problem is I can't tell. I think that's, again, as good as I'm going to be able to make it. Alright, so that means we can do the other one, hopefully to the same height. Did I make this a Mark 1 or Mark 2? It needs to be a Mark 2. There, done. Okay, so we're going to hope... There, that should do it. That means this actually needs to be a Mark 3. And this can be a Mark II once we get the splitter. Ta-da! Okay. Okay, so now since I don't like these just hanging out, looking like they're going to fall over with the slightest breeze, I'm actually going to put... And I have a mod for this where I can use these guys. I wonder if they stack. So I won't put about there. Nope, no stacking. But, well, I mean stacking yes, but zooping no. So this will work. Sort of. It'd be better if I could put it one spot back, but it'll do. Low sugars is where the fun begins. They surprisingly fragile looking, yeah, just two flat tinglings. Okay, so that's done. And we want to do this one. This one might be a little harder to position. There, that should help. I think that lines up. There we go. Okay, so that's all that set up. Going up. What weight load they're rated for? We're going to say Mark 6. They're rated for Mark 6 lifts or loads or whatever. Okay, so we need to turn left somehow. Or right. I'm going to use this guy, I think. Yeah, we'll just use this guy. Go ahead and plop this. Whoop, I guess not. Actually, we could. Do that there, do that there. And then we'll use the corner piece. There, there. Okay, so now this is going to be a Mark 4. We're going to go ahead. Actually. Do a curve. And then that can curve to there. That can curve to. If I can see, so it's not clipping into the. There we go. That will work. Except it needs to be Mark 3, not Mark 4. Okay, there we go. This should be set to 240. Yes, perfect. Okay. Actually, we could drop these in here now. Now we just need power. But that's only the first step. We have many a step left to go. Ahoy, chieftain, and thank you, sir. Random thought. Satisfactory's energy system is a lot simpler than Factorio, but Factorio has an easier to handle one thanks to being able to manage the load manually and automatically. Interesting. Like in Satisfactory, you just have certain demand to meet, and there's that. But in Factorio, you can use logic devices to cut and restore power. There's something similar to this through the one of the MAM research trees. It's not necessarily a logic gate, but there's like priority power switches that could do something similar. I haven't tried it out yet. I haven't really gotten to the point where I want to have fun with switches yet. So, anyways, okay, so that's gonna be to get us our pipes, right? No, that's gonna be to get us our steel ingots. 180 steel ingots per minute will translate into buku pipes. How many pipes? I don't know yet. Ooh, I need to crank the volume. I just realized it's kind of quiet. And I thought it was just because my headphones are turned down, so I'm not trying to talk over the game. But I realized, wait, no. It's legit quiet because I forgot to turn it up. So I tend to watch this game while I'm watching YouTube videos. Watch this game, play this game while I play YouTube. I tend to watch YouTube videos while I play this game. That's the phrase I was trying to say. Okay, so steel ingots, we'll dump those into a constructor Mark II. Set it to steel pipes. Okay, so we need 4 of these guys. because this is 180. This takes in 90, so we need 2. Technically, we need 4. So we're going to need to expand that way. So we'll put a splitter here. Put a splitter there. And just so we're not too complicated, I'm gonna, whoops. Ag. Why do you do that to me? Put that one there, and then we'll put another one over here on this side. No, I think we have enough space over there, so need to get rid of this bush. Okay, so that's one steel pipe. Ag. Two steel pipe. Meow, Mary Kitty. You want some kids? You want to come say hi to the chat? Oh, here you come. Here you come. Hi. Hi. Yes. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Think she's lecturing me on how to build my factory? Squitchy, 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 squitchy. Can I put you down now? Sorry, we don't have the camera on to do a cat cameo. Meow. Okay, there you go. There you go. Okay. Now, where were we? Boop, 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 boop. Wow, I can move the location by moving myself. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. So this is 90 split 2 ways. So we can use mark ones. Whoops. I think she's lecturing on playing people games and not games with Kitty. That's probably true as well. I could definitely get out the laser pointer. And she's still sulking in the background. Yep. Why? I don't have anything to drink. How did I do that again? I'm gonna go grab some drink. And I'm gonna check and make sure she got the food. So I'll be right back. She had a little bit of food, but I went ahead and topped off the bowl. She needs a kitty-sized laser light show. Yeah. I'll try and give her some attention after the stream. Whoops. Okay. Steel pipe. Steel pipe. Steel pipe. Whoop. Did that one already. This one, steel pipe. And steel pipe. Okay. Oops, this is the wrong. That should have been a Mark II. There we go. Okay. So that's going to give us a total of 240 pipes. Let me build an make room and build an assembler. Figure out how many wires we need. Surface too uneven. What? If I need another row, I need to purge. Oh, hello. Actually, you've gotten the state of execution. You're not actually in my way. Oh. Darn it. Having trouble controlling my character. Why are you not lining up with the hole? There we go. Okay. That is a Mark II. We're going to set it to be stator. That's the word we're looking for. Actually, we're going to use steel rotors here as well. So, that's going to add an extra wrinkle I was not prepared for. So it's a 3-to-2 ratio. For every 3 pipes for stator, we need 2 pipes for rotor. Looks like it's 50. I need 50% more pipes and wire for stators than I do steel rotors. That means I have to do math. I did what? I did math. Okay. Sorry. Discord's distracting me. Okay. I may have to get out my Satisfactory modular to figure this out. Why is that highlighted still? What? There we go. Okay. That was weird. Okay. How do I want to do this? Let's go ahead and let me load up the modular here. We'll probably have to switch over to that. Okay. So, second screen. Let's do this. Let's do... I'll rename this one as Motor Factory Alpha. Then we'll do another one that's Motor Factory Beta. Okay. So I'm going to start from the other end this time. We're going to go iron ore, Mark II pure, 240. We're going to add a coal mine. It's going to be Mark II 120. Like that. Okay. And then it's gonna be... Oh shoot, I just realized. No, actually we don't need to. So I was gonna try to extend this even further by so let me show you this recipe here. We have it available. It's this one, solid steel ingot, which is 120 ingots per minute, and then 2 coal. That's how we're getting our 180. I was looking at, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't switch the screen over. So that's the reason for my exclamation was that, oh, come on, come here, there we go. I was not using this recipe. I was actually going to use a different one. So we'll drop these over here. Solid steel ingots. Drop that in there. And then this is going to be basic iron. What is it? No, iron ingot. And then that's going to go into there. Okay, so what I need to do, bring this over here, and we need to solve that that step. We need to integrate some, whoops, smelters up here to make our iron ingots before they go down into there. So that means we need to re-engineer the up here a little bit. Now, the best option, I believe, is to actually just glue a splitter to the front of this miner. And then put the smelters in front of it. So where's my smelter? On the hot tab, hotkey, whatchamacallit. This should be a Mark II. $90 per minute. It's 90 per minute. Okay. 90 per minute. Okay. 240 divided by 90. 2 1/3. If we do two, whoops. We do 2.666666667 divided by 3. 88.88888889%. Or 80 per minute, I guess. I don't know why that eludes me. After I see the number, I'm like, oh yeah, well, duh. That's basic division right there. It's like 3 times 8 is 24 is like one of the first things you learn when learning multiplications. Why can't I not remember it now in my adulthood? Probably because I don't ever need it anywhere in real life. There we go. Okay. Copy. Paste. Paste. Fine, be that way. Oh, I see the problem. Why do I always forget that part too? Paste. Paste. Okay. Now we can join them up on this side and send them out. Woo! Yes, I. Could totally just do this. Actually, for that matter, we could probably use a lift, but... Oh, hey, we can glue these onto the front here. Do those as splitters, do this one as a merger. And this one... Yeah, I think we're going to use a stubby. Come on. That's not what I want. I need to bring this over here. Oops, maybe a little bit further. I wonder if we put that there, if that would just do it, help. Come on now. Be kind. Do what you're told. Maybe we have to do it on this side. Oh, huh. We just can't get this to line up. Maybe I need to put it further back. Ugh. No, goofball, that's not what we said. Okay, now, bring this to about there. Nope. What about this way? I don't know if we're going to get stubby now that I'm looking at this. Because either way I do it, it's not lining up. Let's try moving you slightly to the left. See, that lines up, but that doesn't do it. If we do it on this side, same problem. Okay. That'll have to do. Like the fact that they're floating, so we'll use a half. Okay, so that solves that problem. Now we can look at doing this. Okay, so we're going to have 360 steel ingots coming off of this. So we're going to do that. We're going to say steel pipe. We're going to take this and then we're going to say my brain just quit. What we're looking for, stator. And then we're going to come this, whoop. Line up, thank you. Actually, we could just take this and split it off. So we're going to do this. We're going to do steel rotor. Oh, it looks like it might be an even split. Or not. No. So that's only 40 stators. I don't know if you can see that. 40 stators to 60, what's it? But if we go part limit 50, and then we go part limit 50, that gives us what we want, 140 and 100. Our iron is going to be our wire is going to be a problem though. So it's not going to be 50. It's going to be more like 48. Yeah, there we go. So we've got that. I don't know how to. We can do some tricks with splitters and mergers, I think, to get this division proper. But what I might do is just ignore it, let the overflow manage it for me. Or not the overflow, but the regular flow. The big thing is this 384 plus 288 iron wire. I don't know how to. We're going to manage that quantity of wire. Come on, get over here. Because as I expressed yesterday, this is only a normal copper. Wait, let's double check. This over here, is it pure? Nope, it's normal. So that's going to complicate our wire production. I don't know if we'll have enough wire for all the pipes we want to make all the stuffs. Come back over here. Let's extend this out some more. Draw this back this way. Okay, so this 384 and 288. Whoa, that's a lot of wire. I guess, what do we have in the way of recipes? We're not going to be able to use the iron wire. 120 copper is going to make 240 copper wire, so that's not going to do us all that well much. Might have to go into the MAM and see what wire recipes we can unlock. Deuterium wire. If we had deuterium, I don't know if I've got quick wire production set up anywhere. Oops, wrong button. There's deuterium. Okay, that's normal node. It's a long way though. Let's deuterium over here. That's pure. Where was the third ding? I heard a third ding. Oh, there it is. I do have a deuterium ore mine going. Okay. Well, I suppose we could try trucking it in, because I think that's enough of a path. Let's see, how would this go? So it can go there, there. Let's follow this path. Let's get this recipe cooking. Missing materials. Oh, I need a... Oh, dang. Okay. Let's see if we can path our way over to the deuterium mine. There's also this one over here that we could tap instead. It looks like the distance might be about the same between them. Let's continue. Like I said, let's path and see if we can path over to the deuterium node over here. If we can, maybe we could just run a truck. If we don't have to jump or go through, do any swimming, we could probably get a truck to come this way. Ooh. Oh, there we go. Okay. Hello. Hello. Oh, that was weak. Are we still on the path? We are still on the path. Good. Go ahead and pick you up while we're here. Whoops. Oh, I see our uploader. So, there we are. Okay, we could totally. Oh, excuse me. Lady could totally run the truck this way. I'm going to go ahead and snag a couple of these guys because we need to set the ma'am a researching. Caterium wire, fused wire. Let's do caterium wire. I think the fused wire is going to be oil-based, or not oil-based, iron-based. Okay, while we're waiting on that, I'm going to come back over here. And delete that particular node. I'm going to do a copper ore here that's going to be a Mark II normal. Putting out 120. And then that comes out to here. And it's going to be copper ingot. And copper ingot goes out to fused wire. Ooh, wow, look at that. Oh, wow, that takes care of it. Woohoo! Let's look at the other recipe, though. Fused quick wire is still... Wow, there's two. Oh, it's fused quick wire. Okay. Fused wire... I'm going to look up outputs here. Oops, wrong thing. Wire. Nope, wrong thing. I do need to switch that. Okay, so wire, iron wire, caterium wire. Oh, it's just, oh, okay. I should have researched the fused wire. Because that's mixing copper and caterium. Whereas this is just caterium, which means that output's not going to be that hot. Even if we're on a pure node. Let me come back over here just very briefly. Nope, that's not even the pure caterium node. Oops. Caterium ore. If we put this as a Mark II at 120, that's still only 320. Okay, so our best bet is to definitely merge this 120 copper with caterium, and that gives us a virtual smorgasbord, I guess is the word I want, of wire to play with. So this is going to need to go to here. Put this as a Mark II normal. Okay, so we could dial this back. So we don't need that ginormous amount. Even if we just put it into an awesome sync. Wow, okay. So if we even make this 60, make this, well, this is going to be 45. Okay, that's going to be too much, not enough. So 120. $30. Hang on, my brain's starting to fry. Too much math. What if we cut this down to 90? That's 225. Oh wait, ooh. 48, 48. Okay, that's better. Yeah, 90 is the threshold. We can put this one down, the ingot, the Deuterium ore down to 75. So I think that's actually we could still, because this one's also going to be feeding Deuterium ingots for our quick wire. How many of these are we making? $100 per minute. So if I cap this, actually, that's fine. Even drop this down to what's this percentage? 5 point. Actually, parts per minute. Why is it not letting me set that? There it is. Set this down to 50. That's 83%. We don't even need it to be that. Oh, that's right. I've got the whole Mark 1, Mark 2 versus thing going on, and so I don't need. Okay. This is where it gets a little confusing. We're dealing with the industrial evolution upgrades, so that's throwing some of my measurements off. But I think that's what we're going to do, is we're going to probably split this off, send some of it to a truck stop down by the road, and that will supply the quick wire on the other end. So that means I'm probably going to want to re-engineer this side a little bit. Whoops. I have a trunk of shame. No. I need to clear out some of my clear some space so I can take that with me, and then we'll clear out what we've got. Do 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 do. And if you're watching on YouTube or Kick or Rumble, hello. Oh, and don't forget to tune in tomorrow night for the Laggin Out Live podcast with Chieftain Hero and Soda. I will be off playing D&D. I got a stay of execution last week because a little bit before my group was going to start playing and my DM was going to be rolling death saving throws on my behalf, we got a word from our cleric friend that he was under the weather. So rather than go without two people, they elected to just postpone until this week. So like I said, my character got a stay of execution. Which just simply means that I will be able to roll my death saves on my own tomorrow. Hopefully I survive. Okay. Actually, I still need room. Because I still have... Just want to rip out some more of this stuff here. That'll help. Maybe. It opens up a couple of slots at least. Probably throw these into a wood chipper. Alright, let's see what this does. Yep, there we go. Knew it had to happen eventually. Alright, well, we'll be back. We can pick up that stuff after we clear out some of our storage here. May end up working on some of this over the weekend because it's turning into a bigger project than I was anticipating. Do 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 do. Oops, that's not the way. Stop it. There we go. Nice, convenient little land bridge right there. I guess what we can do right now is, well, I need to run over someplace and drop off some goods that I don't need. Put them in a sink. Actually, I could probably build something over here temporarily. I'm going to need a sink over here probably anyways, but this is just going to be temporary to help me unload some excess stuff. Why do you refuse to build the centerpiece? Joik. Biomass burner Mark II. Actually, why do that when I can burn these first? Um, there, that'll help. Okay. While I was grinding away, I think we should continue working on our pipes. Nope, we got our pipes done. We need the wire next. I guess we could figure out where we're going to put the assemblers and figure out how the copper wire is going to feed into them. Or we could build our power. We got a few options for what we could do still. Time to clear away. Mojo, you still with me? Mojo? She must be occupied. Just eating foods. Okay. I went down memory lane earlier today, and I remembered a board game that I used to play. I was wondering if you ever heard of it or played it. It was called Scotland Yard. Didn't play many board games as a kid or even now. Okay, well, the premise of Scotland Yard was it's the map on the board is of London, and the map has like bus stops, taxi stops, underground stops, and each player is like six. It was like a 4 or 6 player game. One person was Mr. X, and he's being hunted by Scotland Yard. The other players are constables hunting him down. And Mr. X appears at the beginning of the game. The player puts the token where they started. But all future moves, except for like every 4 to 6 turns, you get to see where Mr. X is again. The rest of the time, you have to guess based on moves that he makes. So you can't see where he goes, but you get to see if he uses a taxi, a bus, or the underground. And from that, you're supposed to deduce where he went or which direction he could have gone and try to anticipate his moves and catch him. And you only have about 30 moves in order to find him. Otherwise, he wins. Me and my sister and my parents used to play that game as a kid. And we would take turns playing Mr. X. Sometimes we would get away, sometimes we wouldn't. Words Carmen Sandia. Yeah. I was thinking of it more like Mastermind. Why am I don't want to do this brush. Because the way I kept solving it was like, look at the path. Look at what he used. But yeah, I would try and deduce where he started from from what his path was. Like, did he start off by taking an underground? Well, if he did, then that means he's near one of the few. He was near one of the few underground locations that are on the board. If it was a bus that he took, there are more of those. So the other players were meant to try and anticipate his moves or deduce where he's going and move to intercept him. I went looking for it today and found out that there's actually a version of it available on Switch. So when I got home from work, I went and bought it, and I'm probably going to try that out sometime after the stream or this weekend. Because I'm going to be packing my Switch for my vacation. So yeah, I should probably mention I will be streaming on Laggin Out next Thursday, but I will not be streaming the following Thursday. Closest I got to board game was backgammon. I tried backgammon a few times. I don't think I ever understood how the game was supposed to be played. My parents actually had a really nice backgammon set, and I understood kind of the basics of how backgammon worked, but I never really got the appeal. Forgotten now. It's been 30 years since I played. It was huge in my family, same as cribbage. I knew cribbage. That was one of the few games that I actually played with my mom into adulthood. She was always better at it than I was, but oh no, I'm not thinking of the right person. There was a family friend that we had that would play cribbage, and we'd play with her, and she'd almost always skunk us. We really tried, but she just had so much practice playing with her parents that it was just second nature to her. What is that? Heard some banging. Oh well. Seems to be going now. Okay, so we have our water source. We have 2 normal nodes. There it is again. Must be my quote-unquote musician neighbor banging away on drums. Let's see. Come on, rotate already. Where's the other one? There it is. I don't know. So them crazy. Somehow my sound is only partially working. I hear you and your keyboard fine, but do not hear the game itself. Oh shoot! There you go. You probably hear it now. Forgot to unmute it at the beginning of the stream. Sorry about that. How's it now? Well, thanks for letting me know. I wonder if that hurt our viewership on any of the other channels. No impact. Got a few people watching on YouTube and or Kick. First clue should have been the lack of chainsaw sounds after that. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Mojo. rare to get a bot on kick. Oh, that's... That particular bot seemed to be tuned to when that was tuned somehow to when I mentioned viewership, because it didn't pop up until I was actually talking about how many people we got watching. Almost left it for novelty purposes. Okay. So this is going to be 120. This is going to be 120. So we got 240 by about 15, 16 coal power plants. Plus we have Mark IIs. Ooh. Let's take a look and see what that involves. I can't look. I really wish there was. Let's see. I wonder if it's in here. Production multiplier times 4. Okay, so that means it's going to be 60 per minute. And it's also going to need... Oh, what is the water pump? Let me look up what the water pump usually is. Actually, it's right here. I should be able to tell. Water extractor, 120 cubic meters per minute. So times 4, that's 480 per minute. Ooh. Really wish we had more. Or Mark II water extractors. I wonder if that's a thing that we get through here. Not there. Not there. Not there. Ooh, but that's interesting. Mark II fuel power generators. That means we're going to need 4 water extractors just for a single roof. Okay. I might actually put this facing this direction then. Make it easier to get the water in, so I don't have to go around. How do you do this? Because it's clipping on this side. I don't want to clip. Even if you overclock the water, you still need 4? Yeah, because it's... Actually, no, that's a good point. If I overclock, that would mean that, like, up to 200%, that would mean I'd only need 2 of them. But that's 2 of them per coal plant. Or per coal generator. That's still a lot. Whoops. Well, I think we probably emptied it, so we're going to leave it alone for now. Better than the 4, true. Okay, so I'm gonna rotate this thing this way. And then we'll put our coal, put one here. Make sure it lines up with the edge. Put that one there. figure out that orientation later. Now, here's another question. If we remove this row... Oops. Actually, we can, if we remove both of these rows... we could totally go underneath them with the water pipe. And the conveyor could probably go over the top. No, we don't want zoopage. Stop it. I just realized we still don't have... Might have to come in here. Where's my... I think for this we should still have Mark II pipes, which is right here. We've got those, we've got those. I don't know if I have any of these though. Select milestone. I'm gonna run back to base and see if I happen to have any of those, because I think we're gonna want to have the Mark II pipes, because the capacity on those is 600 cubic meters per minute, whereas the Mark I's are only 300. Hang on a second. So if we overclock, if we do 1 water extractor per coal generator, overclock to 200, that's not okay. So as long as it's one pipe to, as long as it's 1 to 1, we don't need the Mark III pipes or Mark II pipes. I'm gonna leave it up there. But rather than waste time on the stream running back and forth, running to the base and back, I'll look to see if I have those available after the stream this weekend at some point and take appropriate action. If anything, I could also run around looking up all these crash sites and see if I can find some of those to play with. Hey man, kitty. So the question then becomes, where do I put these? Meow. Meow. Oops. Let's see if I can make it straight. Will it reach? Oh, you jerk. I didn't want zoopage. Water extractor. Come on, line up. There we go. How close can we get it? About there. Does it clip on the side? Oh, no, it does not. Sweet, we did it. Okay. Now, can we hook it up here? That's the other challenge. Yes, we can. We'll do... Actually, it doesn't matter if we do noodle or curve. It's going to look the same regardless. Okay, so that's... Let's just leave it that for a second. Let's run this other pipe. I think that lines up. Actually, well, no, don't do that, jerk face piece of junk. Actually going to do the same thing over here. Well, I think that lines up. So it's less of a... I could do like a curve. And it will descend from there to there, but that's still underneath the conveyors. This guy will be behind. Please, can we get him? Looks like there. Okay, so we'll put a power pole here. Hook it up to these guys. Bring it over here. Ish. Bring it over here. Come on. Be in this corner. Thank you. There's that. This can daisy chain, I believe. Yes, but it doesn't look so good. Probably put the pole up here just for cleanliness sake. Now let's start is to get this. Probably use some half foundations. No, that's only going to be 60 per, so that's fine. Oops. I don't know why it wouldn't allow a curve. Probably has something to do with the fact that it dips. Okay. Oops, that was too close. Ugh. I don't know why the default doesn't look pretty. Okay, there's that one. And that one can be curved. So we need a power. Let's grab the one from over here. It's not where I wanted. There we go. I think Frenchie's streaming. Too bad I can't rate her. Or she's gonna be streaming here shortly. Let's see what she says. Yeah. I'm probably gonna end up going and watching her after my stream is done. Do some stuff off camera with the factory building. As I failed to jump on top of this pipe. Come on. There we go. Let's see, actually, where are we going to build? That here? Probably... Then drop that in there. $180 per minute. Okay. So I overestimated how much water these are going to need. So that's good. I don't need to overclock these as badly. Should just be 125. Or no, 150. Does that mean I underestimated how much, or overestimated how much coal these guys need? Nope, that's still true. That's still 60 per minute. Okay. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. Alright, so we got that power going. I'm gonna go ahead and run the power. What's going on up here? Oh, this is the coal, or the, we'll do that later. Can we do that? Haha! We can do that bit. Okay. So that'll power this once we get this going. Where did I put the fuel? Did I set this thing up with fuel already on the other end? I feel like I probably did so. I'll add that to the list of things to check later. I love daisy chaining. Just wish the wires were a little tighter between the smelters there. But that should load us up. Can I run the wire? Nope. To run wiring from over here. Actually, we can do that once we get the other pair set up, because we're going to do a couple more coal-powered generators down here. And how am I going to orient them? That is the question, because the water has to come from that side, but the coal comes from this side. So something's going to have to get piped the long way round, unless I put the coal generators this way. Is there enough room to fit them that way? That's the question. That is a valid question. Let's find out. Generator there. Move, bird. Say to change the direction of the coal generators just for less headache in the pipes. Huh? Change the direction of the coal generators just for less headache in the piping of the water. Piping is not my friend. No, it is not. So I was trying to... So if I do this like this... I was thinking, can I do the same thing with the pipes that I did over there? Can I drop it down to run underneath? So we can leave that one there. Take out this one, this one, this one. We could do one there and that way, and then one there that way. I think. Let's find out. Ooh, that's gonna be tight. Oh, it just barely clips. Oh man. Then it would go out and that way. Let's just run it to there. See if we can get the other pipe by it. Trying to hide the pipes. I'm just trying to prevent having to do something weird where either the pipes need to be elevated or the conveyor off the miner needs to be elevated. To reduce the amount of need for head lift is the other goal. So not so much hiding, just reducing elevation. That's going to be a problem though. Het may not work out in my favor. Move this sideways a little bit. To move this over to here. That up. Can take out these guys. Not shaped the same way. This must be lower. Yeah, I think that was the problem. Okay. Into the right one too far as well. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna remake these. start them here so that they will be, when they're done, at the same elevation and the same distance from the generators, so that the pipes will shape the same way. Like that. Now that one should be able to connect still. Close enough. Nerds. This one, these a little bit, so that they be nice and straight. Cause I like straight pipes. I like straight pipes and cannot lie. Something more with words that rhyme. Stop it. Support right there. Too bad Suno doesn't let a person make parody songs. So that's running in my brain now. I want to sit down and see if I can do a Weird Al Yankovic sort of song for Satisfactory. Fine, be that way. Is my keyboard really that loud, by the way? I mean, I figured you guys could probably hear it because I got a special clicky keyboard. But I don't know how intrusive it is to the stream. Never really thought to ask. Whoops! This must have been for this one. Yep. Whoopsie, is that straight? Yep, okay. No, I can't tell. It goes all the way to the ground over here. Looks like it just misses, so I'm going to bring it forward. Oh, fiddlesticks. Drat, drat, drat. Got to look at the back end of this to make sure it wasn't clipping into the cliffside. Okay, well, I'll leave that. I think I can get away with leaving this piping here. I need to take these out though. Might get away with leaving that one put where it's at. Actually, wood just gave it a risk. Look. It's probably could have stayed there if might not have needed to cut it down, but as it stands, we're gonna need to put down some halves. See if that's enough to put down the coal power plant without clipping into the back end. For the back end clipping into the thing. Yep, just good. Alright. Can we hook this up directly to this guy? Yes. Why is the horizontal vertical making it? I don't know. It's fine. Okay, so now we'll do this one. And that'll work also. Yes. That'll work. Okay, cool. So that's done. Let's wire this up over here. I love daisy chain. Makes it much easier to hook things up and okay, the only thing is we're gonna need that there, I think. Actually, probably there. Run some halvesies here. It's getting to be that time, isn't it? Yeah, be sure to if you like my work, join me Sunday night at Deep Dive Gaming at 7:30 Eastern Time, where we will continue our work here, or I will show you the progress I have made. I'll try not to get too carried away and get it all done and grinding away, but if I do, I will try and detail it out for you, how I did it and all that jazz. I will finish this evening on getting the power hooked up and then look into doing the quick wire, figuring out trucking on that one, or if we're going to do some other method. I'll show you how that comes out on Sunday night as well. Meanwhile, also tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, check out the Laggin Out Live podcast. Chieftain, Soda, and Hero talking about pop culture news and topics of the week. And I will not be there. I will be off playing Dungeons and Dragons. So wish me luck. Hopefully my bod survives. Until next time, enjoy Satisfactory, fair winds, and fun gaming. I'm the Mariner, signing off and lagging out. Bye-bye.
Oh, mariner, ye brave and bold, a quest awaits to treasures untold. In pixel seas ye set to sail, to realms unknown where legends prevail. Fair winds, mariner, guide your way, with joystick in hand let victory sway, through lands of lore and digital lore. Oh, mariner games forevermore. The dungeon's deep, the dragon's fierce, a hero's heart he must pierce. With sword in hand and armor strong, he'll conquer all, right every wrong. Forevermore, the dungeon's deep, the dragon's fierce, a hero's heart he must pierce. With sword in hand and armor strong, he'll conquer all, right every wrong. Forevermore, aim on, mariner, dive into the unknown. With your kiddies by your side, you'll never be alone. Game on, Mariner, uncover the secrets within. Together with your feline crew, victory you'll surely win.